Welcome to the second part of Gyan Shakti. Due to the video production, we only have a limited amount of 15-minute blocks, so sometimes that's why we have to cut it to get back to the second part. So going back about the Mool Sajivan, it is said at that point that this is what Hanuman Baba represents. He instills faith back into the universe, right? Every single time, like I said just now, when Sri Ram was in despair or he was in some sort of problem, Hanumanji would come with a rescue. And he would come there to that reason that he was going to bring happiness and light to that. This is what he represents in our society today. He's always there to give us strength, and he's always there to give us faith. Because like I said before, Hanumanji had faith. And when you have faith in somebody, they will never fail. That is why it's important that as human beings, as brothers, sisters, family, friends, we have faith in each other. Because when we believe in each other, that person will never fail.
So true.
If Hemant believes in me and I can't do something, just his belief in me alone would make me want to do it. Would make me get that strength to do it. That itself is called energy. And that positive energy exists within each and every one of us. But again, to quote a little bit from Bhagavad Gita, the battle between that of the Pandavas and the Kauravas, where Sri Krishna Bhagwan is driving the chariot of Arjun, this body is the battlefield. And there's a fight going on between this body, between good and bad. We have to decide which side of the army we are going to be in. Hanumanji as well, Hemant, is on that of the chariot of Arjun and Sri Krishna Bhagwan, because that chariot practiced dharma. That chariot showed this world and society today what is right. And that is why he will attest to being on there, because Hanumanji will always support the right in this world. He will always come and he will always give that format of love and support to the people who walk along the right path, and he will protect them as well. Right here?
Yes. Also, it's said that in a part of the Ramayana that all the brothers gather around, asking questions to Sri Ram, wanted to know, and Bharat there was so, he's so shy that he wanted to ask a question and he didn't know how to put it out. Lord Hanuman tapped into the brain of Bharat and also tell the Lord that Bharat wanted to ask a question and ask the question that he wanted also to show you how knowledgeable Hanuman Baba is.
Because devotees is like a satellite. It's like Wi-Fi, right? Once that good energy exists within us like that, we are able to create a connection with God.
Yep.
And imagine if you create a connection with Hanumanji, you have a connection with Sri Ram right away. Because they are bound together by that aspect of love. They are bound together by that aspect of devotion. Right? So as Hemant was saying there just now, when Bharat had that question that he wanted to express to Sri Ram, he wasn't able to express it, right? Because he was shy. He was such in awe of looking at his brother, Sri Ramchandra. Yeah, Hanumanji now is looking at that there, and he is smiling, and he is observing the love between the two brothers, and he is also looking at the question that Bharat has. Right? That is a testament to us sometimes in life that we shouldn't be shy when we want to walk in the right path. Ask as much as you could, learn as much as you could. Be like Hanumanji. Because like again I said, there are so many different things that we could talk about Hanumanji. There are countless things. If I help it, I would sing bhajans about Hanumanji. But again, on this program we try to give you the information as much as we could. And we try to give you that format of puja to make life easy for you. For those of us who are not unable sometimes to go to the temple or to get in touch with a Pundit or may have different views and so forth, this is a very simple way for you to find that easier way of making your pratna. So devotees, once again for Thursday, the Mool Sajivan is very important. And if you can get it to make a mala to put on Hanumanji, right, we would advise that you do that. And we would also advise to, if you can take it and you could actually put it under the murti, right? You would get a red cloth, because red is Hanumanji's color, red is victory. And you would put the cloth there by your altar where you're going to do your pratna. You would go ahead and put the Mool Sajivan leaf, preferably around 5, right Panditji? About 5 5 or even 11 again, like we said. There's a variation between the 5 or 11 there, and you would put it there, and then you would put the murti on top that, right? Because that is a representation. The Mulsaji one is very good for health and sickness and so
Yes.
forth. He also has the ability to remove that from you.
And it's so powerful that if you even put it in a book, it will grow.
Hmm.
The power it has.
Yeah, because it is blessed by Hanumanji and it is blessed by his divine power, so it has that ability to grow sometimes. You see, Shakti is there, right? Shakti is there right in front of us, but we have to look at it. Um, so you're going to put the mala there, the Mool Sajivan, under that of Hanumanji's murti, and then you will go in front of him. Once again, you will do that aspect of puja where you will be that murti, apply chandan, spray incense. If you want to make a mala, another mala as well, you can make a red mala, flowers. Go ahead and put it around him as well. And go ahead and offer your prasad.
Make sure the prasad has a tulsi. Very important.
Tulsi is very important. There's another katha about that, but as time goes along in Gyan Shakti, we will give you that indication. Okay? About a discussion between Sita Maya and Hanumanji and that of the Tulsi. And sit again, once again. And when you pray, make sure that you pray with an open heart. Make sure you pray with a sincere mind. And make sure you submit yourself to God.
And recite that Hanuman Chalisa. Very important.
The Hanuman Chalisa is very important. Right? Because remember, the Hanuman Chalisa reminds Hanumanji of his power. Right? And once he reminds him of his power, he will bless you with all his power.
Remove all the obstacles in your way.
Right? So go ahead and sit there. And if you can say the Chalisa 5 times, it's appropriate. Some people will say it 108 times. I know different mandirs will do it. Or if you can say it 1 time. Right? There's a story, another story really, but an indication. Because these are not really stories, but there's an indication in the books. When Maharaj Tulsidas, it is said he was walking through this part of a jungle. You know him, and he used to be scared walking through the jungle. And as he started to walk through the jungle, he started to recite Sri Guru Char, right? And he began to recite that of the Hanuman Chalisa and began to dictate it. And when he had crossed and finished that of the forest, he finished the Chalisa. The 40 verses of the Chalisa is very important, right? So sit there. After you do your puja, you give him a proper asana, a proper place. Sit there with your Chalisa. If you could, we always say to pray as a family. Family that prays together will stay together, right? Sit with your family, hold hands, right? And recite that Chalisa together. Observe the blessings that come along with it. You know him, I have to tell you a funny story about the Hanuman Chalisa. And this is a true part of my life that I went through. About 7 years ago, I was about 20 and I was, you come out of high school and you go into college and you're trying to get your life together as an adult, right? And my dream, I always wanted to work for the county. I don't know about that dream now, but at the time I always wanted to work for the county, for Broward County, and that was one of my dreams and wishes. And I opened the Chalisa one day, and when I opened it, it said that whatever dreams and wishes, one who recites it honestly and with a clear mind, Hanumanji will bless you whatever wish you wanted. So I began to do it. Every Tuesday morning I would get up, I would sit there with the Chalisa and I would read it 3-5 times. And one morning, as soon as I had finished read it, I came outside to take that of Sujnarayan Baba, his blessing. And when I walked inside, my phone rang. And it was Broward County requesting me to come in for an interview. And it's been 7 years that I've been working there now. And I've been growing as an individual there. But again, it's to show you the power of Hanumanji. Because as my big brother Hemant says, Pundit Hemant, faith moves God. So if we could believe in God, which Hanumanji brings that aspect of belief in us, we can believe in ourselves. And when you believe in yourself, you become secure. Nothing will ever stop you in life if you are secure about who you are. Right? When you see insecure people out there, you see them. Sometimes you see them on Facebook. You know, they will put up the different posts and all these different things in a bid to bring down individuals. but they represent the insecurity sometimes. And we don't want to be like people like them. You want to be a positive person who believes in you and believes in who you are. Hanumanji, as my God, will stand up and attest to that. Because he is the first individual that will be the one to hold your hand to take you to where God is. Once you show him trust, once you show him love, and once you show him belief in what you are practicing. This is what Gyan Shakti is about. It is a show dedicated towards our youths. It is a show dedicated towards the growth of our Hindu culture, of our Hindu Dharma. Because it needs to be raised to a certain level. It needs to come to a certain level where we can all understand and we can all know what we are doing, know what we are saying, but importantly have an idea. Right? We are two young pundits, and now learning as well. But humility is very important. And Hanumanji has shown this world what is the meaning of being a humble person and what is the meaning of being a devotee of God. So this Thursday as we celebrate Hanuman Jayanti, celebrate it with humility, celebrate it with pride, but make sure and celebrate it with strength in yourself, because that is what he brings. This episode of Gyan Shakti is dedicated to my mother and father, the two strongest people we know in our life today. And it falls so perfectly because recently we celebrated that of Narat, and we celebrated that of Ram Navami, and now we celebrated that of Hanuman Jayanti. So I want to dedicate this program to them, because only because of their blessing we continue to grow. Only because of their blessing we continue to get the support of our society, of our community. Only because of that. And I want to say Hanumanji's blessings to each and every one of you all. He is the voice of the community. Let us not talk as one. Let us not talk as two. Let us talk as a group. Let us talk as a crowd. Let us talk in unity. Jai 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 Sri Ram. Thank you so much. Look forward for our program more or less on a regular basis, where we will talk more about the philosophy. We will talk more about public things that are going on and so forth. This is a very meaningful program to both of us, our little dream project, and hopefully we'll start putting together more things to get better production, where we can have little edits and graphics and so forth and all that, and maybe you could Photoshop. But other than that, we want to thank you all for the support. I've gotten a lot of messages and so forth. Hemant as well about the growth of our program and the difference we are making. So we want to thank you all as a community, and I want to say God's blessings to each and every one of you all. Thank you again. Sitaram.
Jai Sitaram.